Wisdom Wednesdays, Wisdom Wednesdays, Wisdom Wednesdays, Wisdom Wednesdays.
Hello KCC Youth and welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. My name is Sarah and I am one of the youth leaders at King's Community Church, and each Wednesday we come along and we just give a wee bit of wisdom to help encourage you and bless you throughout the rest of the week. So this week's topic is the topic of fear. You might have seen a little bit about it from Zeno's post on Monday. If you haven't, go check it out, it was fantastic. But yeah, we want to talk about the topic of fear. So what does fear look like in the life of KCC Youth, and how can we manage that from a godly perspective? So for me, the first thing that comes into my head when you say fear is those irrational fears. So I have a friend who is absolutely afraid of sweet corn, cannot stand sweet corn. I have another friend who is scared of sweetie wrappers. I'm personally, mine's a little more common, and I'm scared of spiders. I cannot stand spiders. A wee story to help emphasize how afraid I am was 2 weeks ago. I was sitting right here and I was typing on my laptop, was having a good time, and I looked down and a spider crawled out. No, it didn't crawl. It sprinted out from below my sofa right towards me. So naturally I jumped up in my chair, I was screaming, I called for Callum, I was freaking out, and I just cried because I was so scared. And it seems so silly because, all honesty, the spider was tiny. Like, it was not going to harm me at all, and it probably was going quite slow, but I was just so terrified that I just reacted so quickly. And for us, that's quite normal. A lot of people react really quickly and are really afraid of something that isn't actually going to impact them in any way. But today we want to actually look at a different type of fear. And this is a fear that is all crippling, a fear that's actually quite common in today's society. Because you actually might be sitting at home and you could be listening to me just now, and you could be like, Sarah, actually, there's so many things that I'm afraid of and I just can't see past them. So that could be the fear of right now. It could be the fear of coronavirus, where actually so many people's health is being affected by coronavirus, and you just might be so afraid of getting it or giving it to someone else. Or you could be sitting at home and you're thinking about your exam results in schooling, and you're like, actually, you're just so filled with fear because you can't go to school, you can't learn a wee bit more, and you don't know how that's going to influence your future. Or you can actually be afraid because of a family member's illness. There is 100 reasons what I could say of why you might be afraid right now. But the reality is actually all of this fear that cripples us, this fear that we can't get past, that completely consumes us, is not a fear that's been given by God. And KCC Youth, I want to come today and remind you that no matter how big these situations seem, no matter how much you feel like you can't get past them, that our God is greater than everything we are facing right now. That although they seem like there is just no way out, our God says there is, and we have to trust in that and believe in that. You know, in John 14 verse 27, God says, "My peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. I do not give you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." You see, the devil's really sneaky the way he uses fear. He comes in and he puts you in a place where you feel so afraid that you're isolated, that you feel like no one else understands what you're going through. But actually, God says that he gives to you what the world doesn't, and the world's given fear. But our God gives a peace beyond all understanding, that it doesn't make sense why we feel okay, but he says that he gives it to us because it's who he is, that he's a loving God, an understanding God, and a God who just wants to rescue and save us. So KCC Youth, no matter what you're facing this week, no matter what's going through your head, no matter why you're so afraid, I challenge you to say this verse over and over again to yourself, to trust God that actually, you know what, it might not make sense. You might have a justifiable reason of why you're afraid, but we have to believe in a supernatural God who can do supernatural things and create miracles in situations that seem so challenging. So KCC Youth, remember that peace stays with you no matter what the fear is. The peace of God stays with you and goes with you no matter where you're at. So trust in him and believe that he has a plan and he will rescue you no matter what's going on. We love you, KCC Youth. We miss you so much, and we are praying for you daily. Have a great week.
Wisdom Wednesdays.